Hey everyone, I'm really glad you're here today. Well, my gardening assistant, granddaughter slash apprentice, just planted out 2 beds for me, one with pro-cut sunflowers, sunspot sunflowers, and some zinnia. These will be blooming in about 60 to 75 days, so they'll be really good for autumn time. It's currently the first week of July, so we have turned these beds over. We've taken out the cool flowers that were done, and now we have planted some warm season tender annuals. As you can see here, I don't know if you can see in the camera, but we have a couple successions of pro-cut sunflowers going already. So in order to retain the moisture so that the seedlings will have a really good chance to germinate, we're going to cover them with a natural burlap. Now you can use like a wide weave burlap and so that the seedlings can actually come up through the burlap and you can leave it on there. But this is not a wide weave burlap. This is just a regular natural burlap. And as soon as I see them start germinating, I will remove the burlap. Hopefully they will all germinate pretty much at the same rate, which doesn't always happen, but the majority of them will. So this will really help also guard against birds coming, because the birds do live around here, and this will guard against them coming and wanting to pluck out the seeds, and it will just help with the overall moisture in the bed. And I'm going to fasten it down with some landscape staples and just basically put it over top the bed. It's not going to do any harm as far as blocking the light, because both of these need a little bit of darkness. They need to be covered, the zinnia and the sunflowers, they need to be covered in order to germinate. So they need a little bit of darkness anyway. So this is not going to take away from that at all. Now you can also use like a shade cloth. I have some hoops on this bed behind me, which a lot of times I usually use a shade cloth, or I use bird netting. I don't love bird netting. It is a real pain to try to use and work with and actually save so that you're not wasting it for the next time you want to use it. But this burlap will really help retain the moisture in the beds. So that's really a win-win. That's the important thing when you're trying to get seeds to germinate, is to keep them moist. Because if you don't keep them moist, they will not germinate. So we're going to do that, and basically you could just water right over top of the burlap. Very simple. So let's get this down real quick. If you have trouble with slugs eating your seedlings, which I do, then you can of course use like the Captain Jack's bug and slug, or you can use diatomaceous earth. That helps prevent the slugs from eating your seedlings. You definitely need to do something, because the slugs, they're just there. They want to eat our little baby seedlings. So because this is not wide enough for this bed, I just got this at a big box store, then I'm going to have to double it, which is totally fine. So this bed's going to be a little bit more tricky because I have these hoops that I didn't really want to take out. I have these on here. These are homemade hoops. This is PVC pipe, just like plumbers, you get it in the electrical aisle or the plumber's aisle. And then these are just stakes. I believe these are the green metal, the green coated stakes. I think they are probably 3 feet, maybe 2 feet tall, 3 feet tall. And then I just cut whatever length of, this is a 1/2 inch PVC pipe. So if you need to use shade cloth or any kind of a covering, these are really perfect and easy to make. So I don't have enough for this next row, but I'll save this for another project. All right, so I'm just securing this down with some landscape staples. These are from Rainbird. These are what I used for all my drip irrigation, and I have these on hand. So I'm just I'm not making a big deal of it. I'm just kind of loosely, I just don't want it to blow off. You could use bricks, was probably a really good option to use bricks or rocks to secure this down. It'll also keep the critters from coming and digging up your seeds. I have that happen a lot of the time. So when they see, hopefully they see, oh, there's a cover on there, they will leave it alone, right? All right, that worked out good. So let's secure this bed down and then we'll be done. I'm going to water over top of it. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I'm going to watch carefully. The seedlings should be germinating in probably about 5 to 7 to 10 days, more like on the 5-day range. So I'm going to just lift up the burlap and really watch carefully because once these seedlings start germinating, they're going to want the light. So I want to give them plenty of light, let them do their thing. Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Bobbi. I'm really glad you were here. Until next time, friends, happy gardening. Bye-bye.